They haven't had any real professional training, most of them. They're like, people who didn't qualify for the police force and might have got kicked out of security guard training too. And they're coming on in the droves because they're so hungry for money. So they decided to become slave catchers because they're so broke and so hungry for money. They want to take this, what they call easy money, by abducting human beings off the street. And that's what this world's come to. Shooting tear gas at children. Just 2 days ago, tear gas was shot into a vehicle of a Black family that had a baby in the car, a 6-month-old baby, and the baby actually died from the tear gas. So for people who are saying it don't affect the Black community, well, they've been snatching Black people off the streets. I just saw a video today, another Black couple getting snatched, and they just killed a Black man in California while I was in California a few days ago, and they just killed a Black baby, 6-month-old baby, with tear gas. They're killing and abducting every single race, including white, red, green, blue. They don't give a damn. It's crazy when they're killing white women in the streets in broad daylight and walking around like it's A-OK. One thing you don't touch in the United States, you don't touch a white woman. They shot that lady in the face 3 times in broad daylight. They don't give a damn. And just walking away like it's all good, and the government backing them up. Talking about they had internal bleeding. The guy had internal bleeding or whatever they have. Okay. Fantasy. When you can start shooting white women in the street in broad daylight in the face and walking away from that, we reached a whole new level of craziness. This is, look at Emmett Till. Look at a guy just got released from prison after 37 years. Someone accused him of looking at a woman, and you already know the color, and attacking her and touching her. Didn't happen. Raping her. They found the DNA wasn't his after 37 years. And there's hundreds of men in prison right now, maybe even thousands of men in prison right now doing life sentences for the similar situations. So when you can all of a sudden just go and it's open season on white people, we've reached a brand new level of destruction. This is incredible. It's scary to watch. But now on top of that, what's really happening? Now we have the fake ICE. So we have ICE, which are hired by the government. They're the government's Gestapo. And then we have the fake ICE, who are capitalizing off of the fact that they can wear masks and they can throw on these flak jackets and they can buy badges on eBay.com and they can buy the military boots and they can pull up in SUVs and they can pull up in little tiny unmarked cars and they can just start snatching people because ICE has been snatching people illegally, snatching people without showing their ID, their badges, their face, snatching people without provocation, snatching people because they don't like how they look or how they sound, snatching people because they're looking at them or following them or recording them, snatching people with no orders to snatch people, taking people off the streets with no warrant, not presenting any paper or documentation at all. Zero documentation, zero. They better not run up on me. That's all I got to say, because I walk strapped and I'm not asking any questions. The second somebody grabs me, they getting pop, pop, pop. You know what that means? Back in the reincarnation cycle, you go. I'm not asking any questions. Stand your ground. But what's happening here is we have a situation where these capitalists, they're going, wow, I can get the flak jacket on Alibaba.com. I can get the boots at the local shoe store. I can get those cargo pants at Champ Sports. I can go buy a gun at the local store. And I can put some dark tints on my car. And then I'm gonna start pulling up on people and snatching them. And most people are gonna be horrified to injure or hurt a federal agent because that's what they think they are, but they're not, they're fake. And I'm gonna show you the receipts tonight that we have an epidemic of fake agents running amok in the streets of America and nothing is being done about it. I'm telling you, pop, pop, fizz, fizz, or whatever leaf it is, don't run up on me.
I introduced articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. I am proud to have the support of almost 70 members of Congress already from all across the country. Secretary Noem has brought her reign of terror to the Chicagoland area, LA, New Orleans, Charlotte, Durham, and communities north to south to east to west. You'll hear from some of those communities, Minnesota and Portland. She needs to be held accountable for her actions. This is why I introduced 3 articles of impeachment against Secretary Noem. Number 1, obstruction of Congress. Secretary Noem has denied me and other members of Congress oversight of ICE detention facilities. I was denied access to the ICE facility in Broadview despite following Secretary Noem's unlawful 7-day notice requirement. It is our constitutional duty to find out what's happening in these centers where inhumane conditions continue to be reported. Number 2, violation of public trust. Secretary Noem directed DHS agents to arrest people without warrants, use tear gas against citizens, and ignore due process. She claims she's taking murderers and rapists off our streets, but none of the 614 people arrested during Operation Midway Blitz in Chicago have been charged or convicted of murder or rape. Federal agents repelled from Black Hawk helicopters and burst through an apartment in the South Shore of Chicago. That was in my district. They dragged people, U.S. citizens and immigrants alike, out of bed in the middle of the night. Number 3 is self-dealing. Secretary Noem has abused her power for personal benefit. She steered a federal contract to a new firm run by a friend. Her propaganda campaign to recruit ICE agents cost taxpayers $200 million. She made a video that turned the South Shore raid into something that looked like a movie trailer. But make no mistake, this is not a movie. This is real life, and real people are being hurt and killed. Renee Nicole Good is dead because Secretary Noem allowed her DHS agents to run amok. Families are forever torn apart. This is not about personalities or trivial disagreements. Secretary Noem has called my impeachment efforts silly. I want to tell her right now, Secretary Noem, you have violated your oath of office, and there will be consequences. I am watching you. Members of Congress are watching you. The American people, most importantly, are watching you. And most of all, we are not liking what we're seeing. If you believe impeachment is silly, then you are not taking your job or our Constitution seriously.
Okay. Today we're going to be watching a lot of clips, okay? We're going to be looking at a few things. Let's take a look at this sucker right here. Let's take a look at this bum. We need to string this guy up in the middle of the street. We need to put him on the old crucifixion cross and let him hang there for about 3 or 4 weeks. ICE agent pleads guilty to rapin, you know what I'm saying, G, a woman in custody for months. For months he was doing it. First of all, what is she doing there for months? I'll tell you what she's doing there for months because I did a video on this already. Private corporations own these ICE facilities, including government people in the local current government market, like the people in the new cabinet. They're on the board of directors for these private corporations that are running these ICE facilities. Right? So that's their agenda. Build these ICE facilities on tax dollars, then be on the board of directors, be advisors of these companies, and then make a profit, a private profit, by giving these companies government funding to pay for each individual slave that they capture off the street. And however long you can hold them is how much money you can make per day. Per day. And that's what they're doing. So this is just one of dozens of ICE agents that have been caught having unsolicited sexual relations with the people that they've abducted.
Has gone rogue. I was sickened to see an ICE officer shoot a 37-year-old mother, leaving her 6-year-old an orphan. That officer needs to be arrested and prosecuted. And Mr. Speaker, I'm concerned about the human rights of people in ICE detention facilities. I visited the California City Immigration Detention Center and spoke with 47 detainees. They talked about rocks in their food. They talked about having urine and blood in their urine and not being able to see a doctor. They talked about freezing in the night because they didn't have clothes. These are human rights violations. This is not the way America acts. We need accountability to ICE, and we need to act with our values.
How many people are sitting in these ICE facilities that aren't supposed to be there because they're regular documented citizens or documented individuals, and now they're being completely mistreated, human rights swept away, stolen away from their families, eating rocks in their food, urine in their meals? Crazy, crazy. Let's continue to take a little bit of a journey, because I want to really emphasize into the fake ICE epidemic that's going on in this country.
The FBI is warning people about other people impersonating ICE agents to commit violent crimes. In a bulletin, the Bureau cites several examples in which criminals have targeted victims while identifying themselves as immigration agents and wearing shirts or jackets with the ICE label. There have been reports of threats, robberies, kidnappings, and sexual assaults. The FBI bulletin says the impersonation scams make it difficult for the community to distinguish between legitimate and illegitimate immigration enforcement practices.
ICE.gov. ICE agent impersonator who possessed destructive devices sentenced to 24-month imprisonment. How many people did this guy abuse and snatch before they caught him? An individual who impersonated a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent who possessed multiple destructive devices was sentenced Monday to 24 months in federal prison. Matthew Ryan Johnson, 26, of Fontana, was sentenced by U.S. District Judge Percy Anderson for possession of an unregistered destructive device. That means, a bomb and other weapons that he shouldn't have had. So obviously, here's another. Throughout 2017, Johnson used fake ICE badges and uniforms. So 2017, fake ICE badges and uniforms to falsely represent themselves as ICE agent, unsuspecting members of the public. So this guy has been playing around with this. He's also been involved in several crimes during that process. There's just another one. Let's take a look at another one. I'm just emphasizing my point here, because this is just ridiculous. This has to stop, man. This is ridiculous.
Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. I'm Keith Garvin. Caught on camera, police arrested this man, 44-year-old Joshua Warner, last week on charges of impersonating an officer. Warner is accused of trying to detain two people in Galveston. KPRC2 News reporter Corley Peel spoke with the witnesses who helped catch him and shares a request from police tonight.
Name and badge number.
I don't have to give it to you.
You're not a real cop.
Joshua Warner caught on Robert Harvey's live stream, allegedly posing as an ICE agent on November 9th. Harvey grew suspicious passing this scene on 24th Street in Galveston.
Somebody's searching that truck. That white truck. Look. Yeah. Who the hell is that? They're shining a flashlight in his face.
What about this stop made you realize that this was a red flag? This doesn't seem legit.
Yeah, first it was the no police car. Then when we got out, like I just mentioned, he was quickly trying to get rid of him and get away. He started to walk away and we were like, hey, stop. And then it was his uniform. I mean, I've never seen police in a uniform like that. And his tool belt and all of his stuff, I mean, it looked like it had just came in from Temu or Amazon or something. What the hell did we just see? That ain't even a cop.
As Harvey and his friend Bruce Redman approach Warner, he appears to tell the two men he stopped they can go.
Who are you?
Can I help you with something?
I immediately asked him, hey, who are you? What are you doing? What's your name and badge number? And then the fact that he wouldn't give me a name and badge number was another red flag.
You see it?
He ended up getting his fake badge out of the car, and then he actually hit my friend Bruce in the face with it.
Harvey and his friend notify police nearby. On December 22nd, Galveston police confirm he posed as an ICE agent and arrested Warner at his home, finding a fake law enforcement badge and ID card and seizing his car that resembled an unmarked patrol car.
We were very pleased that they